Welcome to the .NET interview community. I'm your host Nirbhay Chauhan, a developer, author, and a trainer passionate about leveling up the skills. Whether you are gearing up for an interview or simply want to deepen your understanding of the .NET technologies, you have come to the right place. I have authored several interview preparation books which are available on Amazon, and the links of these books are given below in the description box. So let's dive into today's question and see how we can tackle it together.
So friends, our today's question is explain the data types in C Sharp. This is one of the most commonly asked question in C Sharp interview, and it's expected to get the answer for the various kind of data type that are used in C Sharp, and candidate is aware about it, the difference between various types of data types in C Sharp. And also this question can be tweaked and asked like what is the difference between the value types and the reference type. Both are the types of the data types in C Sharp, but they hold some relevant differences and that every candidate must be aware of it. So let's deep dive into the data types and have a wider look into the data types. As per the definition, the data type defines the kind of data a variable can hold, influencing its size, range of values, and the operation that can be performed on it. They are fundamental to writing correct and efficient C sharp code. These are the definition for the data type. Now let's see how many types of data types are there. So there are two categories of data type. One is the value type and the second one is the reference type. The value type, how we can say that it's a value type. The value type data type stores the actual data directly within their memory location. So to explain it in a layman word, we can say let's assign a 10 unit number 10 for holding a integer value I variable value. So if we refer to the integer value I, it will be holding the value for I in the memory location of 10. Right. So that is the value type. Now the second is reference type. Now the reference type, what it does is it stores a reference to the actual data which is located on the heap. Now to explain this one, let's understand that we have a variable or an object. Let's say that object O is equal to some object value, and this object O is located at memory location of 20, but at 20 if we see, it will be holding an address of a pointer where that actual O value is being stored. So that's the difference between the value type and reference. We'll dig deeper more into the differences. First let's cover the value type. So the examples of the types: integral type, integers are integer type, or the specific character which don't have value. Those are s byte, byte, short, u short, int, long, u long, and characters as well. Now the next one is floating point types. The floating point types are float, double, and decimal. Three types are there. The next we have is the boolean, which represent true or false. Now the next is enumeration. This is an user defined set of named constant. The next is structs, and struct is a user defined value type that group related data members. And in our previous video we have already learned about the structs and classes. Now next let's understand about the reference type. In reference type we have the examples of classes being the blueprint for creating object, with properties and methods. Next is interfaces. It's a contract that defines a set of methods that a class must implement. Now, next is arrays. Arrays ordered collection of elements of the same data type. String, it's a sequence of characters. Delegates, it's a type shape function pointers. And finally, the object, the most general type representing any object in the .NET framework. So these are the value types and reference type examples. Now let's understand the difference between the value type and the reference type. So in terms of storage, the value type stores data directly to that memory location, and the reference type holds a reference to that data at that memory location. The memory location allotted for the value type is over the stack, and for the reference type memory location is allocated in the heap. The assignment value itself, whereas the reference type copies the reference. Performance of value type is generally faster due to direct access, whereas for the reference type the performance is slower due to its indirect, because first any access will go to the location where the object is there, and then it will get an reference, and then it will go to the actual memory location where it being stored the value. Now these are the differences between the value type and reference type. Let's understand how we can choose the right data type. Select the data type that best represents the kind of data you are working with. Consider the range of value you need to store. If you want to store a small digit number, then don't go for an int because it will be blocking a 4 byte. But whereas if you are going to store a longer one, then you can go for int or long or ulong. Or if more longer, then you can go for a decimal pointers as well. So choosing a correct range of value you need to store. Choose the most efficient data type for performance. If you have to do multiple typecast or boxing unboxing kind of operation, then you have to choose the most efficient data type that will be helpful in giving the performance. Use appropriate data type to improve code readability and maintainability. So these are the 4 pointers that we have discussed for choosing a right data type, and that can be explained for considering a right data type for selecting. So these are the basic understanding for the data type that will be expected, and you can expect a question around these data types in your interview for .NET programming or C#. The next question is, what is the memory location of objects? You can comment your answers in the comment box below.
So friends, there you have it. I hope you have gained some valuable insight from this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated on our latest content. And if you have any questions or want to discuss further, feel free to leave a comment below. Plus, let's connect. Follow me on Medium and LinkedIn for exclusive content. The link is given below in the description box. See you in the next video.